So hello and welcome to episode 35 of Nightmare Down Under, the GearCity Let's Play, where we play Down Under in Australia on Nightmare difficulty. We started in 1900, now it is September 1973. So we stopped here in the last episode because now it's 10 months till our new ute is ready, and we have to think of developing some additional components for the next car or cars up. So one of the next cars up will be one way or another our flatback, so the pickup truck. But what I want to do for additional realism is, since we put the ute on a unibody chassis shared with the full-size sedan, the pickup truck I think looks a bit too different compared to the unibody. So the pickup truck would get a manual transmission anyway, and what I'm also give the pickup truck is going to be a four-wheel drive ladder frame underpinning. That's going to be shared with an SUV. And another thing on the unibody, not sure why this doesn't work. Another thing on the unibody will be then a station wagon. So that's the plan. So we developed basically a very similar chassis. Than the old ladder frame. Devil Wishbone leaf spring I think is fine, good compromise. And this is just pickup truck and SUV. So what do they value? Pickup truck basically power, cargo and dependability. A little bit performance. So durability is nicely up here and it's 3.5 stars. Can we get it to 4? Yeah. Yes, we can. So that's what counts, and probably I think also strength, making it a stronger chassis. Otherwise, comfort is nice to have. Well, we have the 10 months anyway, so we can make it comfortable. The other thing is the SUV. So they want a bit of luxury, safety, cargo space, handling, and power. So yeah, this is I think in this case fine, since I said we have the 10 months anyway. But it has to be front wheel drive, front engine, 4-wheel drive. The off-road capability isn't really modeled in game. So what does this do? So it makes things a bit more expensive, a bit more comfortable, a bit more with a bit more performance, less dependability, and also a bit higher project development costs. So can we get some dependability back? I think by making it stouter. No, that's just strength. So then that's fine. What also has to fit is our 2.8 liter V6, but that's very easy to achieve. Can make it a bit wider maybe, just because. So more dependability. I want to have it, okay, 4 stars. Great, that's that. Still 10 months. I think comfort. How much comfort do they want? Some luxury. And I think that's going to be fine. So performance isn't that important whatsoever. So we can reduce that. So dependability 4 stars, comfort 4 stars. Can we make strength 4 stars? There we go. Still 10 months. But doesn't have to be that comfortable. So we get a lot of comfort through stability. And here is it. So let's keep it under 500. So that's our ladder frame. For the pickup truck and the SUV, it's finished in 10 months. Yep, so that's the 6th ladder frame on the 2.9 meters long wheelbase. We need a new gearbox for the a manual, and this can be a 3-speed with overdrive, so we don't have to have 4 speeds for the SUV and the pickup truck. We might actually check whether we can't reuse. No, they're old. So we have a 4-speed, that's the racing version, and our other 3-speed is from 1965. So we simply need a new one. Full stop. So 3-speed with overdrive and reverse gear, of course. Also focusing on. Do we need an overdrive for an SUV? Probably. I think it's mid 70s, so it will get an overdrive. So we're getting. So we at least I want to have reliability 3.5 stars, which is difficult to get. Maybe a bit more quality here. So manufacturing techniques doesn't do anything for reliability. Material quality does. Component quality does. There we go. 557. Wow, this is expensive. So let's tune it for the pickup, because that's still be our main seller. So 6 ladder frame, V6 engine, top speed 196. What I think one other thing that's worth doing now, it will get this engine full stop. So here we have towing capacity 1.1. We don't need that much top speed though. 1.4. So we still get decent top speed. Yep, so this is, I think, sensible, and let's double check whether this also works for the SUV. Yeah, top speed 148, and also nice towing capacity. That should do the trick. Yeah, less technology, because that more technology reduces reliability, and think we can then be a bit more. Well, not that much, but still a little bit. So that's the gearbox, 10 months. 3-speed manual, overdrive, focus on low-end torque and reliability. So that's for the 2.8 liter V6, 10 months. And that's mainly due to contract stuff. Our 2.8 liter, we also make a diesel version out of it. So we get less power, more torque. Does it fit? Yes. And let's see how it works for the gearbox. So lots of towing, so we can actually be a bit cheaper here, so we don't need that much torque. I think OHV is fine. Reliability is great. Smoothness is great. So how much torque do they want at the moment? Any army? Something like 200? Yep, so 214. So not that much torque actually for a diesel, because they get torque coming out of their ears. So 90 horsepower. We don't need to do that much for fuel economy. It's a diesel. So top speed 152. Here is something optimal. I'm not sure where we're going to use this particular body, but I think this is still good to see. So 92 horsepower, so we can make it 90. And how would it work in SUV? Top speed 123, that could be a bit low. 95. That's a diesel after all. And 2000 RPM is certainly going to be a useful diesel, so this works. Does the pickup still have the optimal fuel stuff? Yes, it has. With this amount of torque, can we make it a 2-liter diesel? Because we have an engine for that. So that is just a pure. So this costs 535. I'm going to save this. So 95, 276, 11.8, 535, and that's a 2.8 V6 diesel. So the key point is the price point, 535. No, not vehicle, engine. So we have our 2-liter V6. If we make it a diesel, and no turbocharged, no turbo diesel yet. So if we keep things sane, 95 power, 250 horsepower, it should fit, but that's no problem. Also make it heavier. Don't need the extra quality that we have here. Some focus on fuel economy. No focus on performance. Focus on dependability is great. Fuel economy here. If we have it rev a little bit, so 90, 548. So 520. I don't think this costs that much more, but it has better fuel economy. So let's put it into the pickup again. Maximum torque gearbox, so top speed I think 150 is fine. Doesn't get the optimal fuel economy. But a very good fuel economy. And SUV. Top speed may be a bit low. So 535, so yeah, this is more expensive actually. Okay. So we have to rev higher and give it more torque, so the higher displacement is a useful thing to do. So let's load this again. Yeah, this is same price, bit more fuel economy, but cheaper to make. And 10 months. So then we also have a diesel. So V6, 2785 cc diesel. So then they are ready for pickup truck. So we're getting new factory in Brisbane in 2 years. A bit more. Then let's continue. The other thing, of course, is with racing, are we going to win the Rally Championship? So that was Grand Turning Series. So our sales, okay, the Grand Kangaroo is building up some reserves, so that was useful. So 18,000 Grand Kangaroos, or in other words, 3,500 less. I think something like this. 8,000 emus. Things are normalizing a little bit. 6,000 flatbacks. But that just means reducing the production lines just from going flat out. 4,000 thylacines. Okay, the rest is great. So the Arab and Israeli war in October 1973 has happened. So we get a slight drop in Wallaroo sales, so 4.5. More Grand Kangaroos though, so 90 back to 19,000 or 1.5 more. So some more racing. OPEC embargoes Western nations, so that's our next crisis. The oil crisis, late 1973. So here everything looks fine. More Wallaroos, 5,000 Wallaroos. The rest looks great. So month new contract request. Yeah, we have to also fulfill all the or put our bids in for all contracts for next year's racing. Lots of best cars, best sports car in the entire world. Our Thylacine, nice. That's a track version, and we are Aussie Rally Series champions. Brilliant. So that worked. So the Atlantic for that's the Formula Atlantic. And we have new competition, but not here. So then let's first check the racetrack. So current results of also our own cars. This time we can actually check, but first and foremost of where we were active. So Aussie Rally Series current results. So we won it with 3 wins, 128 points. That's fantastic. Formula 3, despite full funding and a focus more on winning, we came 7th. So Gaia Racing and New Racing were great. Our engine isn't actually that bad, and we're actually pretty experienced. They have also very high funding. Not sure why their engine is so much better. Grand Turning Series, 5th. No racing profits, but again, that's probably normal. And the Manufacturer League, 6th place, second to last, despite having the most powerful car with the best acceleration in the field. But we are pretty green in terms of experience. So let's check this McLeod B8771 with this weird top speed for a compact car, which I suspect is the reason for us doing that badly. How did they achieve that? What aero do they have? And let's do compare between our Wombat Evo and the McLeod B8771. So they have a V8, makes basically same horsepower and torque, 4-speed automatic. They have a double wishbone, so maybe road holding is better. They have faster braking. So maybe the rear suspension is the difference. Because everything else is good. I have no idea how they achieve 300. They have 7 cargo. Do we have length? And they have insane material costs. It's a very small car. It's a very small car, and that probably translates to um, less aero drag or something. I wonder what, and it's also very, very low, so that's the reason. Is there a coupe car body that does this? Or is just this the AI pulling things out of the butt? So what's the aero on this? 0.39? 0.37, this has actually better aero. What we chose. 0.39. Neither of this looks tiny and aerodynamic and low. Yeah, I think this is just an oddity of the AI car generation. So another thing we have to do is to submit our bids for next year's racing contracts, because we still have something that's competitive. Oh yeah, and let's check the how our competitors did, at least in the key races. So Cameronia in German Formula 3, William and Chiem. Petunia and Cruiser for Le Mans, and 551 for Nürburgring. Probably have forgotten half of it anyway. So Petunia was second to last, but Cruiser second place in Le Mans, nice. 551 did okay-ish on the Nürburgring. Tubbs was Moy Racing, third out of 4. So I think here we had a counter in International Sports Car, so they actually didn't do that badly. We looked at French Formula 1. Chiem, they won that with our engine, nice. And French Mountain Climb, not sure what that was. So was it course? If it was course, then we did well. Yeah. So they won French Mountain Climb with our probably our Evo or our Thylacine, depending on what they want. So that worked. So we have very competitive cars in our hands. So let's try one more season. So they're Australian, so no. American Pro Rally, yes. Le Mans, yes. German Rally, yes. Australian, no. European, yes. 24 hours of tubs, sure. Australian, lots of Australians, yeah. No chance. Pan American, yeah. Spanish Rally, Deutsche Tuning Series, Scottish Rally, Spanish Rally, Spanish Rally. So, International Sports Car, 24 hours of tubs, Sports Car, American Pro Rally, Finland Rally, German Rally, Aussie Rally, nope, we're going to do that again. Finland Rally, Deutsche Tuning Series, Australian, no. Sports Car, Australian Manufacturer League, no. Nürburgring, yeah. Aussie Rally, no. Australian, no. European Tuning, yeah. Van Championship, of course. Pan American, yes. And 24 hours of tubs, so engine also. Formula 2, but only where we have 2000 cc. Trans-Euro Formula 3. Formula 3. Formula 2. That's another thing I'm going to check, how we did in Formula 2 with our engine. Oh, that's something I didn't want to click, but we probably won't get that contract anyway. So this is just clicking. That's Australian Formula 3. We're going to try that on our own. Could have customer teams, but nah. We have enough competition as it is. Formula 3. French mountain climb. Pan-European Formula 2. Australian, no. French, yes. Formula 3. UK Formula 3. Trans-Euro. Muspelheimer, funny name. I think we got a new turbocharger option, so let's see what we could do with our engine for this year. Australian, no. $4,000 Trans-Euro Formula 3. French Formula 3. Almost through. Italian Formula 3. And Australian Formula 2, so no. So our V6 racing engine redesign. Turbocharger state 3. Power. Oh, that makes some more power. Does it still fit our racing chassis? And does it still fit our... Yes. Our Wombat chassis. So what we can probably also do is some weight decrease. Money is, at the moment at least, no objection. Double overhead cam doesn't do that much and doesn't fit. So material quality gives some more, oh, it gives a little bit more power, but that makes it not outrageously expensive. I think that's probably going to be fine. Some more material, so it's at 370 horsepower. Material cost compared to the old one. 1,300, 500 more. Okay. And yeah, so the the engine needs a year, and then we'll have need some time to engineer the new car. So if we do it now, then we can actually say 16 months, and then the car will be ready at the end of 1975, 10 months later or so, if it's just a new trim. So there is no particular rush, actually. 7 million. I think we have that, just for fun. Okay, so let's build this as the R Evo 3 V6 race engine. Takes some time to develop. Mild downturn. Following the OPEC's oil embargo and ending the Bretton Woods systems of international financial exchange, the world economy is entering a long recession. We are unsure when this recession will end. So let's see what happens there. So we want to check, yeah, Formula 2. If we got any Formula 2 contracts, that is. No. So International Sports Acauta and Cameronia in German Algorithm, Aberdeen and Thomas in European Turning. So they were towards the end of Formula 3. So which one did we have here, Thomas? So they also weren't that successful in the European series. Yeah, we had just checked those and I've forgotten the third one. International Sports Car, there was only one, so they were second. Okay, then let's see. Which kind of contracts we get. Yeah, I need to make the engine somewhere. And I'm doing so in Brisbane, in Melbourne. So we get a couple. Very, very nice. So Spanish Rally, Formula 3. Yeah, I can't remark all as red. So recession. We don't really notice that in terms of sales. They've dropped a little bit, but not that much. So maybe it's not going to be that bad. So let's set up our own race activities for this year. So Aussie Rally Series. So let's focus a bit more on development. Because to keep the slider too much on winning doesn't win anything over time. So it was a one-time thing that was useful. And now let's take a bit of a breather in there. Otherwise, I think this works quite well. Formula 3. So what's the competition like? Let's look for the rally series. What's the competition like? 330. So here's one with a bit more power. We're better to 0 to 100. So Formula 3. 341, 343. Yeah, I think we're dropping a bit behind in terms of power. So then we can maybe reduce funding a little bit and focus more on development till we get our new engine. So 2 lean years here. Grand Turning Series. So there are a couple of these 500 horsepower cars, so we won't have that much chance anyway. So let's focus more on development and on smaller teams. Manufacturer League, some competition. Do we still have this? Yeah, these 299 and 277. So probably not that going to be that successful either. So more on development. So we can cut back until those vanish, because again, no idea how we can deal with that. Well, let's keep the funding up here so that we develop nicely. So here is... we will be second to last, so there is no real point. So that's been sorted. So we get our first next car and components in 6 months. benefits. So let's see whether we can move stuff so they want more direct compensation, which is nice. Can have that. And more benefits. But they should contribute 1%, that's factory employees. And then what would they want? Okay. Contracts complete, so everyone has their cars. Racing report, I'm not expecting that much. Let's check sales stats. Couple new car bodies. I'm not seeing much of a recession here. There's some slight downward adjustments, but not much. 1.5 base kangaroos. Six 5 emus. That's a bit of a drop, but that's always been fluctuating. 4.5 kangaroo LX. 5.5 flatbacks. It looks like more of a controlled contraction. Philistine is actually still selling well. 19,000 Grand Kangaroos, so just 300 less. And the Wombat is actually doing fine. Both Wombats are doing fine. So, stats. Top sales. Grand Kangaroo C, 225. 6th best selling car last year. Our new full size. All time, our old Grand Kangaroo B, yeah, with 1 million, still in 3rd place. Emu, Wallaroo and Wombat are also in there. So we have a couple making losses. They may or may not have bought another mark. All here. These haven't. And they're not doing that well. Others make great profits. Motorcar makes huge profits. And we made 300 million profits. This skyrockets. Yeah, that's I think the new full-size sedan that sells so well. Right, vehicle sales charts. Yeah, so from 10,000 to 19,000. And I suspect we'll have the same for the Coupe Utility, which we get in 5 months. So some things really sell well. So racing report, wouldn't expect too much. 18 points in the manufacturing league. NOA is now in Auckland. Congratulations. So 4-5 Wallaroos. $9,000 emus, that's a lot more. That looked like the market exit. Can I make less Grand Kangaroos? Yes, I can. 8,000. 1,000 less. So that can make enough emus. Fatback is also nice. 5.8. Crisis? What crisis? 500 less Philistine S. That rhymes. Wombat Evo is still doing great. 4,000 wombats. No particular news. New car in 4. Australian Manufacturer League, that's where we're doing actually pretty well. Let's just check the intermediate results. I'm a racing fan. I check the results every few months. So Emu is barely hanging in there. Otherwise, the rest looks awesome. So current results. Manufacturer League. No, everyone gets a lot of points, so that's just a bit misleading. Rally Series, we're also down in 8. So that was, I think it was a good thing that we won that series earlier, and I think this is also an effect of the reduced funding. It will change in 2 years when we get the souped up car with the new turbocharger. So yeah, not much to see in terms of crisis, maybe because the market isn't growing anymore. 5,000 Kangaroo LXs, that's actually more. Okay, rest is great. I'm going to check the news now a bit more often in case there is anything in terms of the oil crisis, but I'm not feeling any crisis. So next month we can sunset our Emu and get the new one. And we'll probably have serious trouble putting enough into production. So sunset the Emu, make 7,000. Rest looks very stable. 7,000, 17,000 Grand Kangaroos. So that's 800 less. So, okay, Perth commercial fleet and some new army projects. Can we bid on any of them? Perth commercial fleet, they want a microvan. We don't have that. And Australia Army wants a van. Japan wants an SUV, which we will in not too distant future be able to do. Sweden wants an SUV. West Germany and SUV, so they all want SUVs, so good thing that we have one earmarked. So we're still getting chassis design skills. Let me check our pension funds, since we haven't for a while. The funds is nice, but I think I want to have it on 3 times the size of the liabilities. No, that was actually correct what I wanted to do. So then we can start designing 2 new cars probably. So some more racing stuff, but nothing great. So chassis design And car is complete. The Emu C, the old one, is gone. Everything else sells just well, so I'm not sure why there should be an energy crisis. Struggles in Malaysia. Turkey invades Cyprus. So let's put the Emu on the market. It's going to be more expensive, but it doesn't matter, since we haven't adjusted prices for inflation. So 6.1, 6.3, 6.6, that's just more bars that we get more customers with a higher price. 7.4, 6.1, so this is a good price. 8.7, 8.3, 8.8. So Thylacine is fine here. Our Wombat is very cheap and also below unit costs. Five 250, 443, 46, 57. So that's a new price. Kangaroo LX, probably can also have a bit more. 8.1, 6.3, 7.0, 6.9. So that's fine. And for the production, so Emu B goes, Emu C comes. 9,000, so 8.8. What's the old sales? That is almost the old sales, so everything that's available goes into Emu C. And if it's too much, then that's fine. We're going to get a new factory in 16, so probably in time for the next car, luckily. So let's stop production of the Emu B, which isn't the oldest one, but the worst one. What does the press think? It's that every day one gets to drive a new automobile. Australis believes the Emu C may be the best ute to enter the market. How does it compare to others? It has better power and performance than most of its peers, so they like the 144 engine, and the drag time is 16 seconds to 100. Reasonable amount of power in terms of torque, but that's average. They like the handling. Just enough cushion in the seat that it feels like sitting on a nice made sofa. Dash is well polished, so interior is fine. Plenty of space. Extra work into the quality. Very reliable. Very good fuel economy. And very good safety. So it seems to be a great ute. So then, new pickup truck generation. The new flatback. Still on a ladder frame. So we get the same engine as we've used in the ute. The diesel will be a second trim, and we use the new manual gearbox that we just developed. So how will it look? So that's the old one. So we don't have that many options actually. This is all ute stuff. So the only option is the cola, where you can't see anything because it's black. So let's change the paint to something else. So that's our pickup truck. So I don't think we have to adjust many of these things. Can we do with less of some things? Because we don't really need performance, because this doesn't change the specific rating whatsoever. And the rest does change. Maybe a bit more performance and a bit less here. No, I actually want that. Ah, it's going to be fine. 60 months? Yep, then we get our new factory in Brisbane, and then we have a fair chance to actually put it into production. Okay, that's I think quite easy. So what do we get? Top speed 152, 13 liters on 100 kilometers, and it's now a 4x4. Not that this is modeled in the game in any way, but I think it makes sense. New trim, yes. So flat back C. And that's the 2.7, no 2.8. 2.8. And the next trim is just the diesel version. Same gearbox. And the 2.8D. And there is, I think, nothing else to design really. Can reduce reliability a little bit, since it seems to have more. So less fuel consumption, less top speed, so that's just the diesel workhorse. And also 16 months. Still get our design skills. Okay, so what do we do also something with our unibody, long wheelbase? So what do people want? Full-size sedan ute, that's what we have. Sedan is medium wheelbase, pickup truck is in the works, compact car is winning rally championships, sports car is doing fine. 2+2 is, I think, hanging in there. We don't have a coupe, don't have a van, don't have a station wagon. So coupe, van, station wagon, one of those. So Noah has a coupe, Noah has 2 vans, and they have a station wagon, so that doesn't really matter. I'm feeling like a station wagon, since this would fit nicely on the long wheelbase unibody. You could say simply we engineer a different rear. So front engine rear wheel drive gets the top engine, gets the 3-speed automatic. We can also re-engineer the Kangaroo at some point, but it's not urgent, I think. The top Kangaroo to have the new automatic gearbox. But do we have a body that sort of fits? Yeah, this one by the same designer. Seems to make good looking, sensible cars across everything. So I'm not. Here's one more. That's just a different look with different door handles and such. Yeah, so that's it. That's our station wagon. The same design. The others are probably worse anyway. And this is more of a... it is a station wagon, it's more of a sports station wagon. So, that's our station wagon. They care a lot of different things. First new car in a while, so they like luxury and safety and cargo space, so we go a bit higher in terms of quality stuff. Also like safety, so that's probably also where we can adjust things later. They like cargo. They like everything. And middle class. Market demographic makes things better again. Handling isn't that important. So reliability 44. Utility. Dependability is here. So 46, utility 47. Can always improve things later. Performance doesn't do anything. Safety 48. Can we get 49? Yes. Some more testing. And also 16 months till we get Brisbane. Okay, so that's our new station wagon. Fuel consumption is optimal, so 172 top speed, 9 liters. So Grand Kangaroo W? No, it's names. So it should Grand Kangaroo C and the wagon. So then we have to improvise a little bit. I'm running out of animals. So that's that. How are we? Yeah, let's see how well the new emu sells. We still have missed sales. That's insane. So we can probably make it a bit more expensive. More kangaroo bees. 5-5. I suspect we won't actually have space for to manufacture the station wagon unless the Brisbane update turns out to be magnificent. But anyway, 5,000 wombats, if we could make them. Anything with reserves? Wallaroo with a few reserves. Yeah, I have to now utilize the lines fully. So Wallaroo. Okay, so more wombats. 5-1. More emu Cs. So another top seller. I also need to make more Grand Kangaroo, so let's check all factories. Okay, that's easy, 6,000. So what I should probably do also, since now the factories would take ages, start redesigning things, that we have more space. So Sydney is massive, so make it a massive high-tech factory till 979. Because, wow, 800,000. But we're going to earn a lot since then, so yeah, let's do this. And otherwise just continue. $43 million in taxes, so I'd rather invest that into new factories. What's the construction cost? Yeah, 20 million in a construction cost and 40 million in taxes. So that's the realities of these days. I think here everything is fine. We just managed to produce enough emus, which is nice. Can probably... No, I don't think I can and components. So yeah, let's build up some EMU reserves. Otherwise, I'm not noticing much in terms of crisis, because yeah, I can reduce a few things, but not that much. So less flatbacks, 5,000. And that's just age, more most probably. Less wombats. Okay, more benefits. So they want more direct benefits, so then let's have them first contribute a little bit as well. And then so that works. More 2+2 in North America, that doesn't matter. So almost end of the year, so then it's time to look at our racing exploits and to contracts for next year. I'm still keeping things for next year's racing on more development, but the engine finishes and then the new cars for the year after the next, and then I'm going for one more win round. And maybe this oddity of the 299 top speed car goes away. So more benefits. They want a lot of double the direct benefits. That's insane. But we're doing well, so that's okay. Decreased demand sports North America. Couple new contract requests, nothing for us, but all the racing stuff. The Tasmania series stops. We haven't been involved there anyway. Lots of best car in the country, so looks like NOA is slacking. Competition in Montreal. So, how did we do? So, Rally Series 7th. So, Scrape, Crystal, Keats were up top. So, Scrape had also this 300 kph oddity. But we are now among the second most experienced team in the series. Manufacturer League. Third last. Platy and 5262, and I suspect they also use this. No, that's actually something else. But we also gained some experience here. Grand Turning. Midfield. Clock Racing wins this, but I think here we have the very high-powered cars as well. 502 horsepower, yeah, that's not much we can do. Formula 3. 6th, that's actually I think not bad. It sort of is for the most powerful, not the most powerful, but a year after the next it will be the most powerful. And contracts for racing. So sports vehicle Nürburgring. I'm not going to check again how we did in all these series. That just takes too long. Australian. Pickup truck? Funny. So Pan American, yeah. Australian, no. German Rally. European touring car. Spanish Rally. German Rally. 24 hours of tubs. I'm going to check Le Mans and Nürburgring. That's the most important ones anyway. Pan American Series. And Aussie Rally, no. International Sports Car. And Championship Series. Australian Manufacturer League. Grand Turning. American Pro Rally. 24 Hours of Nürburgring. Sea Rally no. Nürburgring yes. Finland Rally. Deutsche Turning Series. Scottish Rally. Australian Manufacturer League. No. Finland Rally. Army looks for pickup trucks. 376, so our new one will work. The regular and the diesel. West Germany Army also wants a pickup truck. End of next year, and this will be in time. And Philistine for tubs. Le Mans. Deutsche Turning Series and engines. No, I'm not going through all of this. No engines for you. So where do we have Z Racing in tubs and Anchor Ride in Le Mans? Third in Le Mans. And Z in... Okay, so third last in tubs, no one on the Nürburgring. Okay, bids submitted. Then let's go to the next month, the next year. So lots of contract stuff. Don't have to set up things manually since no engine contract. We get the new engine in 3 months, and then we have to redesign or add a new trim rather for the Philistine. And I think we can then also facelift the Wombat anyway, and then in that process give it a new engine. Otherwise, just let's check sales stats. So I suspect Emu and Grand Kangaroo are in here. No, only the Grand Kangaroo. 215. Fourth best selling car. Our old Grand Kangaroo B is still the third best selling of all times. How are companies doing? Cureworth, huge losses. But did they buy another mark maybe? Haven't kept track of what they have or don't. No one's on the brink of getting bust, because they all have now pretty nice cash reserves, whoever's left. But also some nice profits, and I think we should be up here. Yeah, 300,000. So, still pretty nice. Angola independent. Yeah, not sure I'm noticing much in terms of crisis. Contracts complete. We need to set how we want to race this year, but I think it won't be different from last year. There is now the twin charger. Some new car bodies. So Aussie Rally Series. What do we have in terms of competition? Still this 283, 299. This McLeod thing is still selling. So then let's go for more development this time round. And next year will be then another assault proper. Also more development in the Formula 3. Yeah, here it's more on development anyway. Manufacturer League, let's fund them more and also more on development. Hopefully McLeod will discontinue their insane 300 kph oddity. What do they offer actually? They are a mark of someone. It doesn't appear anywhere. That's weird. Anyway, so racing is set. A few more Kangaroo Bees. Base version. I think that's the time Kangaroo Bee LX when we need to give it an overhaul due to age penalties of the ancient automatic gearbox. 3000 Thylacine S, 2500. Less wombats too. Uh, 1500 less Grand Kangaroos. And 1500 less emus. Yeah, so less Kangaroo Bees. Should have said that probably. So we can make a lot less Kangaroo Bees. 3000. Thylacine has dropped a bit, so 2000 standard Thylacines. $1,000 less Grand Kangaroo Cs. Maybe that's the crisis. Engine in 1 month, so then we're going to revamp North Vietnamese fence. So then we probably a new Thylacine, a Thylacine makeover, and a new Wombat too. So the Kangaroo has to take a bit of a back spot because then we have more than enough under development. Again, in game mechanics terms, I could, but that's simply headcanon that we have a certain limit on our R&D capacity. So now sales are fine. So some racing reports, not much happening. Engine is ready. So now for the interesting part. So modify Wombats, and I think we can give the platform an overhaul as well. So that's this platform 2.4. I think we had already. Same for the gearbox. This might be, although this might be worth giving another overhaul. Engine is brand new. Racing chassis. So some significant modification. And yeah, maybe also for the Wombat chassis. Simply because it's going to be racing chassis, and both get an overhaul so that stuff is finished in time. So Thylacine. So new generation. 19, yeah, 4 years old. The Evo 3 engine. Still the same gearbox. Still the same look. So performance testing. One thing we learned, fuel economy gives performance increase. Let's check whether this works here as well. So it's 5.9 seconds. Yeah, 5.8 seconds, that did the trick. Manufacturing techniques. .7 seconds, very good. 7 months, perfect. Market demographic gives way more performance. So that's something we should do. This is this lateral G. Top speed 269, lateral G 141. I'm not sure how you measure performance, but if it's better, it's better. Still 7 months, so let's do this. So Thylacine B, because it's our B version, and now we're using a proper name, Evo 2. How are we naming our Wombat actually? Yeah, the engines are the same, so Evo 2. And the other one would simply be Thylacine BS, and that should have been the name from the beginning. So 7 months is good, so that it's ready in time before we have to submit for the contracts next year. Or this year, next year's contracts. One additional trim, the same version. With the same engine, which is getting a bit old, but it doesn't matter. Shall we modify it, maybe? No, we already had. And this is not worth it, so new trim. The street engine. The racing gearbox is actually pretty cheap, so let's use this. And that's then the S. So different body, hope this body still exists. I have no idea what it was. No, it doesn't. That's a bit of a pity. But okay. So then let's try this again. So this is the S with the street engine and the old race gearbox, which we can use now. Middle class, and we can cut down on things that don't matter that much for the base street car. Reliability probably matters. And that's it, and that's it. So also 7 months. So the Thylacine BS. Names are good. Yeah, this makes sense. And we also yeah, give our Wombat a makeover. So the base version is still the same. I hope the body still exists. Can we make the engine, I think, can get a makeover. I think we hadn't looked at that. So significant modification is not that important. And what's the gearbox? The 69.4 probably has seen a makeover. Yeah, and it's also 10 years old, so... So new generation Wombat C. Let's just have a look what the Evo looked like in terms of... So manufacturing techniques, performance and fuel to the max, okay. Let's see whether the car body still exists. So this is fine. Can we make some adjustments that matter? More reliability, does that matter a little bit? Cargo space? Yes. They like some cargo space. So that's the Wombat C, additional trim. 8 months, nope, 7 months. 6 months actually works. So Wombat C, additional trim. So it's the 1.6 L. New trim, racing engine, racing gearbox, and that's the 2.0 Evo. F3. Car body doesn't exist anymore. Anything else with some racing stuff? No. Alright. So then we'll look the same. So racing engine, racing gearbox, 2.0 F3. Design it. Then it shall look the same. So 6.3 seconds, 268. 6.2 seconds, 268. 6.1. Does market demographic do anything? 1.271. Nope, that doesn't do a thing. Less safety made more performance. That's something I recall vaguely. 5.9. Very nice. Does material quality do something? No, makes it slower. Yeah, I think that's all we can realistically do. So 5.9 seconds, 268. Is it better than the old one? Yes. Much better. 891. The new one weighs 878, so it's nicely lighter. Cool. 7 months. Perfect. So Wombat C 2.0 Evo 3. And then we have a good foundation for next year to compete in Rally Series and also in terms of Formula Series. So I think now when lots of things will happen at the end of this year. So the new 2 pickup truck versions, the regular one and the diesel one, the new station wagon, our new sports car, and our new compact car Evolution, along with a redesigned Brisbane factory. So then that's something to look forward to for the next episode. See you then.